What's up, Lego builders? Welcome back to Coconut Brick Studios. This week I'm very excited to show you guys the interior of the cavern, kind of what some of my plans are going to be moving forward, how tall it's going to be, where buildings are going, where the platform ends, and stuff like that. But before I get too far into the video, I want to give a quick shout out to my merchandise store. A lot of you guys know I have a merch store where I sell t-shirts, mugs, stickers, all kinds of cool stuff with fun little logos and sayings on them. If you're looking for an extra way to help out the channel, or you really want a cool t-shirt, all the proceeds go towards building mocks, running my channel, putting out this great content for you guys, and I really do appreciate those of you who have bought stuff. It means a lot. That being said, I've got a spicy week of building Utapau cooked up for you guys. Let's go take a look. I'm going to be starting out this week of building Utapau with a little mini haul. Lucky enough for me, this package came in just today, and I'm very excited because I don't have any parts for Utapau right now, so everything in this bag is going to be used up very quickly, most likely. Nothing too crazy in this package. I'm a little disappointed with what's in here. Not as many parts for Utapau as I had hoped. We've got some dark tan plate. We do have some smaller, here we go. We do have some smaller dark tan plate and tile, so I will be able to start tiling the bottom floor terrain again. Looks like we've got some light bluish gray tile, but the main bulk of this order, it looks like, is going to be all of this yellow 2x4. This is for nothing special, just going to be using that for filler brick and stuff like that. But all of these dark red pieces are actually going to be used for a modified ATTE I'm going to be working on soon. So really excited to show you guys that. I don't know when it'll be, just because I have to prioritize Utapau and other projects at the present, but as you can see, it is in the works. As for Utapau, not much has changed since last week's update. However, there were two things I forgot to update you guys on, and the first is over here on this rock kind of a pillar. One of the things I did to spice up this pillar is to add this plate texture right here. So it's just plate that's kind of stuck to the side, because I had these big patches of smooth brick and I didn't really like how that looked, so I decided to mess around with plate, putting different wedge plates and tiles on there just to kind of add a little bit more texture and a little bit of roughness to the side of the pillar. So let me know what you guys think of that. I'm not 100% sold on it, however I do kind of like it, so I am keeping it for the time being. And then over here on this side we have another pillar. So this one is going to be much thicker on this side, and the only reason I'm doing that is because I don't want these pillars. One of the reasons why I'm doing that is because I don't want these two kind of natural pillars to look too man-made. I want them to look kind of naturally formed a little bit as well. I am using this plate technique on the side again here. This little patch comes off completely, and then as you guys can see, just clips onto here and covers up that large smooth area very nicely and gives it a little bit more texture. Unfortunately, I'm still waiting on the 16x16 plates that are going to go right there, and which will allow me to finish up that side. So I guess what I'm going to start doing is working over here. I really need to get some prototype buildings in the works right here, because until I get these buildings done, I can't continue to build upwards and build the rock wall and then put the roof on. I am kind of intimidated to do these buildings because I don't have a lot to go off of. That shouldn't be too big of a challenge. I'm sure once I get some pieces down here and start messing around, I'll start having a good time. That's it for now, so I'll check back in when I have more to show you guys. All right, so this is the package I hoped I was getting on Monday, because this has the bulk of the parts that I ordered for this and next week's update of building Utapau, as well as the plate and that other stuff I was talking about earlier that I need to finish up this bottom area. So I'm very glad to finally get this in. Also, do you guys like how I just started using this larger landing platform as an impromptu haul section? At first I was just doing it because it's convenient, and now I'm like, I'm too lazy to set up my kind of white background area to do hauls, so I just do it on this platform now. Oh yeah, we got the mother load here. We got a bunch more filler brick, which I probably won't be needing right away. However, when I buy from this particular bricklink store, I try to pick up as much filler as I can, just because it's cheaper than anywhere else. But this right here is what we were waiting for, ladies and gentlemen. We got these light bluish gray 2x4 tiles to finish up the platform, as well as these 16x16 dark tan plates, so I can finish up this area over here, get it all plated. And then we have a bunch of dark tan tiles so I can get more tiling done. I'm very excited to finally have this haul in. I do also have some pieces for that special special ATTE that I've been hyping up and hinting at, so still working on that slowly but surely. So what I'm going to be doing next is putting down these tiles and plate, but I'm going to do it in a time lapse just so you guys can see it all come together, because I have a pretty good idea of what I'm doing. So I'm not going to need a lot of time to sit there and think and plan and take stuff apart. Whenever I'm in that situation, I try to do a time lapse just to show you guys it coming together, because I don't have to pause and stop. So, you know, it's not going to be super long. Also, I really like doing time lapses. So I'm going to get this all cleared off and ready, and I'll jump into the time lapse. Coming off of a very productive live stream slash time lapse, I have a lot of good progress to show you guys. So starting off over here, I got all of these 16 by 16 plates in. So now this is all of the terrain I'm going to be working with. Everything that is going to be plated is plated unless, you know, something crazy happens, like maybe a little bit goes there. And then over here on this side, I got a lot of final terrain work done, just a lot of tiling and plating. There is a little bit of a difference between this side and that side. This side has a little bit more plate rather than tile, whereas the plate to tile ratio on that side is in favor of tile. I don't think it's a big deal. Let me know down in the comments if you guys can notice if there's a difference between this side and this side. Moving on to the middle area, I got a lot more of this plated off. Unfortunately, I ran out of 2x4 tiles once again, but I was able to strip off all of the 6x6 tiles, so I'm going to be using one solid pattern the whole way. One row of vertical 2x4 tiles next to a row of horizontal. So I'm going to keep that pattern going. I did just barely order 2 more large bricklink hauls, which should cover me for the rest of this plate and hopefully a good chunk of that tile as well. I did get this platform finished once again. You guys probably saw in the last update and live stream I had kind of stripped this area for parts, but I did get new ones in, and hopefully this will stay completed for the rest of the build series. But I did get some more work done on this large arch as well. I'm starting to work on what this upper slope is going to look like, because I kind of want it to mirror down here, because this part right here is going to be round, kind of curved, and then connect over here, not just flat like this side. I think I need the arch to be bigger on the upper side than it was the lower side. So I'm experimenting right now with different kinds of slopes, and I think I found a style that I'm pretty happy with. We'll see. Once I get this area built a little bit more and figure out like what this what the rock guard in the front is going to look like, I'll probably know better like what I'm going to be doing right here. I also need to finish this side. I kind of stripped down this pillar in order to finish this one. I did that because I just wanted to have one side done just to see what it would look like. I'm very happy with how it's looking so far. The only thing I don't like is how flat the front is. I might try to do something there, we'll see. But this is how tall the cavern is going to be about. Maybe it's like a little bit taller on the inside. But that wraps up this week of building Utapau. I'm happy with the progress that was made. Next week I really need to start working on the buildings right here. I've been putting them off for far too long. I kind of had the lame excuse that, you know, oh, I'll wait till all the terrain's down. Got no more excuses. I've got to get working on that. So I have some more parts coming in for that, and I have the kind of rough beginnings of some ideas for that. I'll show you guys some screenshots of the caverns of Utapau, as well as like some Battlefront 2 images to kind of show you guys what I'm going to be basing my building structures off of. Anyways, that's it for this video. Time to hit the outro. That wraps up another week of building Utapau. I feel like visually I was able to make a decent amount of progress this week. Sometimes it feels like I don't make a whole lot of progress just because I'm working on a lot of smaller things or kind of internal things that don't really see the light of day. But I feel like now that I have the terrain all plated out and a lot of it tiled, it's time to start building buildings. It's time to start building up again. For a while, you know, it seemed like every week the SMOC kept getting taller and taller. Then after a while it kind of plateaued as I strengthened that, worked on the interior and built it out. But now it's time to start going vertical again. I'm going to be showing you guys buildings, weird little structures, tanks, all kinds of interesting things on Utapau, trying to figure out what they are and how I can incorporate them in this mod. As always, if you like this video, don't forget to leave me a like, and if you have any questions, anything you want to add, any suggestions for Utapau, please leave them down below in the comments. And as always, if you're new to this channel, please consider subscribing so you don't miss out on any future content. But until next time, happy building.